What is happening? Is BlackRock using its billions to manipulate the market, once again putting its weight around? Shiba Inu was aiming to lose one more zero when an unanticipated force interrupted its plan. What is this story's major turn of events? Well, there's still a lot to learn. Stay tuned as we explore the unrecorded segments of Shiba Inu's adventure. You won't want to miss this video. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. The Shiba Inu development team recently made several significant announcements that had the community giddy with anticipation in the middle of these market dynamics. Plans to SHIB more than 1,000 projects onto Shibarium were disclosed. Their audacious Layer 2 scaling system was created especially for Shiba Inu in mind. The goal of this action was to improve scalability and provide new opportunities for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. The switch to automatic burning, a crucial step in controlling the token supply, is another enormous development. Furthermore, all of these changes were seen as very positive signs of a dedication to improving Shiba Inu's tokenomics. It was anticipated to provide some much-needed fresh air and maybe serve as a trigger for a rise in pricing. But the market reality has been just the contrary, even in spite of these encouraging improvements. Shiba Inu's price has been subject to consistent declines rather than the expected bullish spike, which has left the community perplexed and rightly upset. There's an obvious sense of discontent within the Shiba Inu community. They assumed that the market would react favorably to these significant developments, but that has not happened. In this case, the market attitude doesn't seem to match the good fundamentals that look to be ahead of major changes. The Shiba Inu community is now struggling with a feeling of disillusionment after being driven by enthusiasm and expectation for these upgrades. It is up to enthusiasts to navigate the market as a result of the mismatch between the good developments and the market's reaction, which emphasizes the complexity and volatility that often characterize the world of cryptocurrencies. Through the frustrations as well as the highs, feeling a mixture of optimism. However, why is that taking place? Why isn't Shiba Inu's pricing increasing in the way that it should? What prevents us? This is a very important issue that is preventing the price of Shiba Inu from increasing as it should. A few weeks ago, there was a revolutionary event in the cryptocurrency industry. The first ever Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, or ETF, was approved. This was a noteworthy accomplishment in light of the attention being paid to the Bitcoin ETF. There was a general air of enormous expectation and confidence throughout the market. It was anticipated that this clearance would serve as a spark, raising the bar for the whole cryptocurrency sector. But as it happened, the truth was quite different. Rather of the anticipated price spike, the market saw an unanticipated collapse. After being seen as a positive indication at first, the approval of the Bitcoin ETF set off a chain of events that caused the market to decline. This diversion from the expected course confused and disappointed a lot of investors and fans. The initial elation after the approval of the Bitcoin ETF soon gave way to a mixture of uncertainty and anxiety. Unexpectedly, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, a significant participant in the cryptocurrency field, sprang to prominence after the historic adoption of the Bitcoin ETF. Having amassed billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, Grayscale started to make a calculated move and profit. Despite seeming to go against the general optimism on the acceptance of the ETF, this choice was crucial in determining the dynamics of the market that followed. Grayscale's selling pressure had a ripple effect on the whole cryptocurrency market. Instead of the anticipated wave of buying activity from Grayscale, the market saw a degree of uncertainty, which added to the overall market decline. The abrupt change of attitude from the organization that was long linked to the accumulation of Bitcoin surprised a lot of market players. The selling pressure mounted when Grayscale began unloading large quantities of Bitcoin, overshadowing the concurrent purchases by institutional heavyweights like Fidelity and Blackrock. Grayscale's large sell-off put significant downward pressure on prices, creating a mismatch between purchasing and selling forces in the market, even if these illustrious institutions were aggressively collecting Bitcoin. Take a look at the numbers to get a sense of the extent of this selling pressure. Bitcoin, worth billions of US dollars, is held by the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. They chose to pocket an enormous amount of profit, which caused a sell-off in the market. In addition to counteracting other institutional players' purchasing activity, this surge of sell orders also had a domino effect on the pricing of Bitcoin and, by extension, the whole cryptocurrency market. Against the backdrop of significant purchases by Blackrock and Fidelity, the market story was dominated by Grayscale's massive selling activity. The market crashed as a consequence, sending shockwaves well beyond the initial excitement at the approval of the Bitcoin ETF. Take a time to consider it. The massive selling pressure that the Bitcoin ETF experienced after its approval. Allow me to explain this clearly. The massive financial company BlackRock went on a bit of a shopping binge, purchasing a staggering 52,000 Bitcoins in the previous 3 weeks alone. Trying to see it. That's a whopping $2.2 billion in Bitcoin, and that was just with BlackRock. Isn't that something right now? It resembles a high-stakes game of chess where Grayscale is the player making moves, collecting profits, and starting a selling frenzy, while players like Fidelity, BlackRock, and others are assuming strategic positions, amassing Bitcoin, and subtly forming its own story. The key actors in the cryptocurrency space are dancing back and forth, which adds mystery and complexity to the overall scenario where important choices and billions of dollars control the direction of the market. And this is something you need to know. There was no discrimination in the latest crypto market fall. It threw a shadow over the whole cryptocurrency scene, not just Bitcoin. A prominent participant experiencing the effects was Shiba Inu, a cryptocurrency that contributed an additional level of annoyance to its community. Shiba Inu increased its price by 1 decimal place as a result of the collapse, going from 4 to 5 zeros. This change may seem to be a little change in numbers, but for Shiba Inu owners, it meant a big loss in the world of cryptocurrency, where every decimal place matters. There was an obvious sense of dissatisfaction among the Shiba Inu community as they saw their assets' value decline. This hypothetical situation highlights how intertwined the cryptocurrency industry is. Even the tiniest participants, like Shiba Inu, are affected when Bitcoin, the industry titan, falters. Beyond mere numbers, the Shiba Inu community suffered an emotional cost. It was a disappointing experience, similar to seeing unanticipated failures in a promising endeavor. However, in the last day, we received some encouraging news. We have some encouraging news, and it seems that the tide is changing. There seems to be less of a selling push from the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. For the cryptocurrency community, which has survived the last 2 weeks storm, it's a breath of fresh air. The trade environment is changing, which is a positive development. The much-awaited Fidelity and BlackRock Bitcoin ETFs have gained prominence and have had more trading traffic in the last few hours than Grayscale. This change in the market's characteristics suggests a possible market rebound, much like a ray of optimism on the horizon. The selling pressure from Grayscale, which was previously strong, seems to be waning, which makes it significant. A change in market mood may be indicated by the fact that Fidelity and BlackRock's Bitcoin ETFs are leading in trading volume. This change may signal the start of a more stable and positive phase for the cryptocurrency industry, when the institutional giants' purchasing pressure starts to balance out their selling pressure and a slow but steady market rebound ensues. On a more positive side, Shiba Inu aficionados have optimism thanks to the current market rebound. Shiba Inu have a good chance of recovering that decimal place if this increasing trend keeps up. It resembles the much-anticipated return for a squad that has experienced disappointments but is now preparing for a winning run. It makes sense that the Shiba Inu community is happy. Just picture the grins and applause when you realize that there's a chance to get that decimal point back. It brings hope back. It's not simply a simple math adjustment. For Shiba Inu, who survived the typhoon, it represents a return to good momentum. For the Shiba Inu community, the idea of surfing the waves of organic development is even more exhilarating. Shiba Inu can now finally set its own direction since the selling pressure brought on by Bitcoin has subsided. This is a change from the crazy time when Shiba Inu's destiny appeared to be determined by every move made by Bitcoin. Now that the strain from the outside is lessening, Shiba Inu have more space to flourish, thanks to the backing of its devoted community as well as its own qualities. For fans of Shiba Inu, it's an opportunity to celebrate and appreciate a more autonomous and natural development trajectory. The Shiba Inu community may anticipate a journey where the coin's potential is not overwhelmed by outside market forces as the cryptocurrency market finds its footing, opening the door for a new chapter of development and success. However, what are your thoughts about that? Please leave a comment below. I look forward to reading your thoughts. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.